Let's sing of his mercies, walk in his footsteps all the day long. Let's tell of his love, how he gave his son. With thankful hearts, let's sing a song of joy and endless praise.
Oh, let us lift our voice, make it loud and clear.
Let everybody know that it's time for Behind the Pulpit. Oh, my guest today inside of Behind the Pulpit, behind, is Pastor Jason Samuda. Pastor Samuda accepted Christ at the age of 16 and has been a dedicated member of the Waltham Park New Testament Church of God ever since. A graduate of Bethel Bible College, Kingston Extension. He is
joy, peace, and happiness.
Credentialed minister of the New Testament Church of God, passionately serving the youth for over 20 years in roles such as youth pastor, Sunday school teacher, youth fellowship president, and young adult ministry director. Pastor Samuda is also a skilled master of ceremonies and a devoted family man. And he's married to Marianne for 21 years with 3 children, Janelle, Javier, and Jamar. That's where them get the G from. An avid football fan and Chelsea FC supporter. I hear say my baller because he's an avid football fan of Chelsea. Alright? He enjoys playing the sport in his free time. I'm a baller too, alright. And he's guided by his motto to know him and make him known. Pastor Samuda exemplifies faith, service, and dedication to both God and community. Help me welcome Pastor Samuda. Oh, his first name is Jason. That is where we get the JJ them from. Okay. Hi, Pastor Jason Samuda. Welcome. We would love to see your face. We want to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I trust and hope that you are hearing me, and I am doing very well.
Nice. I was wondering where the J come from, because Janelle, Javira, Jamar. I'm like, where this JJ come from? Your first name is Jason.
Yeah, that's correct.
Welcome again. So let me start with some icebreaker questions. If you could describe yourself in 3 words, what would they be?
3 words to describe myself in 3 words.
Yes, 3.
3 words. Kind, loving,
Yes.
authentic.
Okay, love those. What's your favorite hobby outside of ministry?
Football. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm a
well.
sports fanatic. Yeah.
When I already know, I said, Betty's going to say football.
Football definitely is.
Yes. If you could have dinner with any biblical character, who would it be and why?
I would say Job. One of the things I admire about Job is his resilience and his patience in suffering and his response to suffering. And I pray and hope that when I grow up, I'll be like Job.
When you grow up, okay.
Yeah.
You're still a girl, okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's one fun fact about you that most people don't know?
Fun factor. I don't think people know this, but I tend to be nervous when I just go on stage.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you've discovered that here on the family station, Love 101, everybody, but he doesn't show it,
Yeah, I
It
don't.
doesn't. It doesn't show it. How do you deal with the nerve? What do you do to calm down?
I think after getting into what should be done, the nerves leave. But initially, yeah, it's there, but after getting in the delivery of what must be done, the nerves just it just go.
Okay, I get you. Now, what is your go-to comfort food after a long day?
Um, I don't specialize. I just eat everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
yeah. I'm
right.
cool with food. Once it's food, that's me. Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not
a
picky.
foodie.
No, I'm not picky.
All right, you're not picky. Now, if you weren't a pastor, what other career do you think you might have pursued?
Definitely. Apart from pastor, I do operate as a bailiff. Yeah, a licensed bailiff officer. So it allows me more of a outdoor person. So it really gives me that opportunity to be on the outside, doing investigation, trying to find people and all those kinds of stuff. So that profession would have, allowed me to be what I want to be, somebody who is always on the outside,
Mhm.
not a lover of the forward, more of an outdoor person.
Okay, and for those who don't know what bailifters do, what do they do?
All right. So as a bailiff, you are licensed to carry out activities such as maybe like serve legal documents, repossess instruments that belongs to more so like the banks, courts, and instruments that you would have taken out and not fulfilling your agreement. So
Oh,
it reached that stage where the bailiff is now contacted to have those instruments repossessed.
okay, all right. Now, let's talk about your journey of faith. You accepted Christ at the age of 16. Can you briefly share that story?
Yeah. All right. So I born and grew in the inner city, and for
Which
most
inner
things,
city?
Almantold.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I born and grew. And as most boys born and grow in the inner city, tend to just give a lot of trouble. I yeah, I
But
was
not
one of those.
you.
Yeah, I was one of those boys. Yeah, didn't finish. Went to all in school, didn't even finish high school. Stopped high school from maybe like fourth form thereabout.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I really got into some trouble at age 16 to be exact, and I had to maybe like leave the community for a little while just for things to settle down, and then come back in. But it didn't work out that things settled down. So I left the community. The intention is to go back. And I went to my brother to stay for a little while. He's a Christian. I went there, he is Pierce and here, no fun. He brought me to church.
Wait, your ears pierce and hear enough on them something.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
okay.
it. So he said while I'm there, I have to attend church. So my excuse, I didn't have any church clothes. He ensured that clothes was there, shoes, everything. Then as a 16-year-old, I was maybe like size seven. My brother, he was wearing like size nine. So just can imagine, your size seven fit into a size nine shoes. And my brother is much taller than me. So you can
Wow.
imagine, his pants and you can imagine his shirt.
By the hook or the crook, you're going himself.
Yeah,
Yes.
so he brought me to church, and I didn't even know what happened in church, and sleep out the entire service, and we had to went back in the night, and yeah, I went back in the night. I think then it was tarrying service, but I didn't understand it as a teenager.
It was
uh,
what?
it was tarrying service,
Oh,
Pentecostal week, where persons was tarrying for the Holy Spirit, the baptism of the Holy Spirit.
yes, yes.
Yeah, so that's what was taking place. So he brought me to church. I sat down. I saw people running up and down, people getting to spirit, people all over the place. And I sat there and I started to reflect, and there was a voice that said to me, tonight is the night. And I felt that if I leave church that night, yeah, that was it for me. And I said to my brother's wife that I want to become a Christian, and she called him, and I shared with him how I was feeling. And as I sat there, tears was just running down my eyes. And he would have led me to Christ. That was, January 2000. And it has been 25 years. So really, that was the start of my Christian journey, you know.
No turning back.
No
So from
turning
a
back.
from a bad boy from an
Yeah,
inner city community,
yeah,
ears pierced,
yeah,
drop out of school, and I hear on
yeah,
them something there.
yeah, yeah,
Sleeping out the service when you went in the morning, but in the evening at
yeah,
carrying service, a
yeah.
complete turnaround.
That's correct. Yeah,
And you heard the voice of God, and that's when you decided to accept
yeah,
Christ as your Lord and Savior.
yeah.
That's good. That is good. And from then, did you go back to that
Um, yeah,
inner
yeah. I
city?
went, I went there because afterwards, things it kind of cooled down. I went back there, but I did went back there to live because I was living with my brother. So when I went back there and I would share my story with the guys that I grew up with, and some of them would say, you soon come back out and all these kinds of stuff. So the plan was to stay at my brother. I started to work and I started to go evening class. I started to do like one subjects, because I wasn't, bright or eloquent or those kinds of stuff. So I had to do the subjects them one, so I did them over a period of
Progressive.
time
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. And yeah, so yeah, I'd go back there, share with the guys and, share with them, my journey, encourage them, and, after 3 years, I felt there was a strong desire, to attend Bible college, just to my idea then really to go to Bible college was to get myself equipped, about learning about this journey because I mean it's new to me as a teenager. I didn't grow up in the church. I think maybe that's my first time attending a Sunday morning service. I've been to church maybe like funerals or weddings, but wasn't exposed to church. So after 3 years being here, I thought it's important to enroll in some theological institution. And then I,
Mm.
attended Bethel Bible College in year 2003. And I also got married in that year. So I think the buyer should be updated to 22 years. April God, would
I
have
think
been,
it should be updated too.
yeah, to 22 years of
Yeah.
marriage. Yeah,
Ah.
22 years.
No, you
Um,
dropped. Oh, sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
I was gonna say you dropped out in fourth form. Where were your parents?
All right, so I finished Olive school. So I went to micro practice in Olive. That's, just 5 minutes walk from Almontown. So I started there at grade one. I took all the way up to grade nine. So I passed no common entrance, no technical entrance, guys. I was there at school, give trouble, give trouble, give trouble. Yeah, so I born and grow with my parents. Together they would have produced 7 boys and 1 girl. I
Oh,
was the fourth
wow.
one. So Mummy was there, finished all its school that it was there. And then I was enrolled in Holy Trinity Comprehensive High. And I went there maybe for a couple of months and I just stopped and then mommy get me into Clan Comprehensive High, to go play some football. It never worked out. And I just stopped and I just believe, say, boy, the school thing is not mine. So I just left on the corner, grew here. So I was now mixed up in what I call the 4 Gs. So the 4 Gs would be the girls, the guns, the gang, and the ganja. So as a teenager, I was just mixed up in all of those kinds of stuff, dip on the corner, I just do all sort of foolishness. So didn't get to finish, high school. That's where high school stopped for me. So after my conversion, get into trouble by my brother, got saved, that was where my life was transformed, and as I said, I started to work, my brother gave me a room, purchase me like one bed, purchase a little TV, going back, finish finish work, go to school in the evening, and get some subjects. And then I started Bible college in 2003 and finishing 2006.
Total transformation.
Yeah,
Did you ever see yourself becoming a pastor? Ever?
I didn't. My mind, as I enrolled in, this theological institution, was really to get the tools necessary for this journey. But one thing I recognized through my involvement in the church community, I recognized that the prior mothers, I don't know what they were seeing, but they saw that, hey, you're going to become a minister. But for me, pastoring, it's about being confined to the four walls. So for me, in my mind, it's not about four walls. It's about beyond the four walls, um, for me an evangelist. So that's what was really in my mind. Being a roving evangelist. Moving about, different places, street meetings, crusades. Pastor person was like, so after I finished Bethel in 2006, I did not even pursue getting my license to become a credentialized minister. It was really recently. I just decided. I finished Bethel like so many years ago. I just think it's important for me because I think I've been, operating here at Waltham doing things that pastors would be doing. So I just think it's important to just formalize the thing, get my license, and hence the reason after getting my license, the Church and Pastors Council here thought it fitting to appoint me as a youth pastor here. And I've been serving as a youth pastor going into my second year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now, was it hard for you to move from that life? You said the four G's, the girls, the guns, the ganja, and the gang. Is that
Yeah.
miss
Right. You got it
right?
correct.
Right. Was it hard for you to move from that? Because when you're a Christian, say you have to leave all of those things behind.
Yeah. For me, I think it wasn't hard. When I got saved, I was so serious about the thing, that I devoted myself, because I was at my brother, and he had this Christian group, Positive Influence, a set of young men, and these guys, they can pray, them they can, I don't know what they them can do, so as a teenager, when I sit down and I hear these guys praying, and repeating the scriptures and all, speaking in tongues, and I was like, I want all of this. And
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted this, I said to myself, I'm not going to mix up or tangle up in anything
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
hinder me from getting where I want to be. So I devoted myself to the scriptures, everything that is keeping at church. At one point, my brother said to me, if you don't go to church one evening, God is not going to see you, it for
Wait,
me,
wait,
yeah,
wait. This is the same brother that said you have to go to the church. The same brother you're living with.
yeah, that I live with. Yeah. So once church open, yeah,
Are you
it's
done?
Sunday to Sunday I was there. And it's
Wow.
like, you don't have to go every day. But I was so serious about the thing. I just believe that, you see, in order for me to reach where you're there, I
Yeah.
have to go there every single
Wow.
day.
Love
And I
that.
was there every single day. And I just devoted myself for years, studying the scriptures, attending fasting service, prayer meetings. So for me, it built that foundation. And then after 3 years, I mean, even one point, when I just came to Waltham Park, I saw some nice girls. And there was this nice girl, and I saw her. And I said, I have to talk to that girl, yeah. And it's like the spirit said to me, hey, Bridget, remember, you're a changed person. And from that, I literally at one point, had to like, just stay away from girls, literally. because I said to myself as I read the scripture, I saw where how David actually got messed up himself. And I
Yes.
also saw how, Joseph, actually run. And I said,
Yeah.
okay, then this is what I have to do. And being saved, after 3 years, my first girlfriend was actually my wife.
Wow.
Yeah, so my first girlfriend, I got saved, 16. And when I reached 19, my wife was actually my first girlfriend. And that's the girl I ended up married. And it's 22 years now.
Your wife was actually a first girlfriend, meaning after you became a change man.
That's correct.
All
Right.
right. Good. Good.
Because
Good.
prior to
Good.
the change, remember, I was
Right.
mixed up the
Right.
four G's.
Yeah, man. I remember. So I have to say, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now, you've been a youth pastor. Well, you've been involved in the youth department for over 20 years. What's one memorable moment that stands out to you?
All right. For me, one of the memorable moments was when I was appointed to the youth board as a teenager. And when I was appointed to the youth board as a teenager, I was appointed as a assistant group leader. And
Mm-hmm.
then a couple of months after, the group leader wasn't able to continue. And then our youth director appointed me as a group leader. And I had to manage that group, and we went on to win like youth festival and dominate. So for me, that was my most memorable moment in the
Oh.
youth department. As a teenager, as somebody who's just new to the thing. Yeah.
Mhm. All right, now let's talk about, you as a pastor, How do you prepare for sermons? What's your preparation process like?
All right. So generally my preparation really because here, at Waltham, generally we have a theme for each month. And we have like Youth Sunday, which is the fourth Sunday. And we have three serving pastors here: senior pastor, evangelism pastor, and the youth pastor. So the Sunday them kind of, divided out. So
Yeah.
Youth Sunday would fall, under the youth pastor. So my preparation generally is really based on the theme for the month.
Mm.
And, sometimes maybe you prepare based on the theme and you feel deep within your spirit, the Lord is saying, I want for you to do this on this Sunday morning. So preparation generally is normally with the team, but there's a change in the event that the Lord is saying otherwise.
Ah, nice. All right, so if you're just joining us, I am talking with Pastor Jason Samuda. Yes, man. We're talking about his journey and his story. Very interesting story, and indeed, very interesting. Now, how do you encourage young people in the church to stay in church and do the work of God?
All right, so my encouragement really for them is even for those who are studying, I said to them in my time, I am not bright as you guys know. And in my time, I wasn't privy to these technologies, doing, doing work at Bethel. I had to go to Thomerton Library, so
Mm.
I have to be writing. No, you guys, click off a button, getting the information. And I said to them, while I was attending Bethel Bible College for 3 years, I was involved in youth ministry, I was married, and I was working. And I had to finish work, go to school after, and sometime I have to be at the library. And I said to them that I did not fail. And I said to them, if I am not as eloquent and as bright as you are, and I made it. So I now use my journey to say to them that if I was able to make it, you guys can make it as well. So
Mm.
you are studying, and I realize the trend with these young people now. The trend is they are studying, they are preparing for exams. You don't see them at church, you don't see them at youth
True.
meeting. When I touch base with them, they are preparing there. And I said, you don't have to stop. from church. You don't have to park church because of school, and then school needs
Yes.
to pick up back church. So, so I encourage them that it's important to have, to have a balance. You have to find church is like 2 hours. Sometimes I'm going to school on Sunday. I was like, how the Adventists don't go to school on Sunday? So why are we going on school on Sunday? Why we
Right.
preach? So I tell them, we really have to take the thing serious. We have to discipline ourselves. We have to manage your time well. It is important while you are studying, you can't take God out of study.
Yes,
You
that's
come to,
true.
yeah, you come to church, you praise God, do what you need to
Yeah.
do. You go home, you have the rest of the day, you prepare and do what you need to do. And
Yes.
I always use myself an example. I use myself an example. I would share my journey with them that you guys are just only attending school. Some of you are working, but when the parents are take care of bills and all them kind of stuff there. For me, it was work, church work, marriage, and I had to deal with school. Yeah, a whole lot, and I made
Whole
it.
heap of things, and you
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
Right, because the Adventism don't attend school on Saturdays. So
Nope,
how
none
comes
at
we
all.
attending on
Yeah,
Sundays for Sunday worshipers? I don't understand.
yeah.
I see Asha Harrison says one pastor Samuda, never two. And this is Leah Lee,
Uh,
one pastor J. All
oh
right.
my God,
So,
these are my fans.
I know. Okay. How do you balance your family and your personal life? You mentioned that you were going to school, you were involved in ministry, you were doing so much. How did you balance your time?
For me, I am very good in terms of time. One, even now, I'd ensure. I mean, for family, we have to do things together as a family. So I ensure that I deliberate. Saturday evening, we might have movie night. We have times when we just do devotions together. We have time maybe at the end of the month. We go out, either we go have pizza out or just go
Oh,
eat some food. We go to the
okay.
movies.
Kaya
You
food,
know,
you know.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So it's important because I recognize that part of the problem, if you're not careful, you'll allow church to consume you while the family is being neglected. So what I have to do is to be deliberate in terms of setting up days and setting up time where it's exclusive, for us as family, to go on the road, to do things together. So
Yeah.
the family don't feel as if it's all about church. What about us?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
Mm. Now I want to hear the story about how you met your first girlfriend after you were transformed, and then she eventually became your wife. What
All
is the
right.
story in a
Yeah.
synopsis?
All right.
Yes,
So how I met her is she was staying with somebody that comes to this church, and
same one
she
fam.
yeah, welcome. So
Okay.
no, she had a dream, and when she was sharing the dream to the person, she was like, I know that guy now. He comes to the church, but I've never met her before, and she have never met me. But she
Yeah.
just dream about me. So when I saw her, she was telling me about the dream, how her daughter, dream about me. And I like, and then I, get to link up with her and then we meet up together. She wasn't saved then, and I met her, a nice little girl, and I said to, and I, she said, hey, it's not going to work, you see her, you're big in your church, and she's like, and I'm like, okay, no problem, but I prayed about it and I asked God, if this is my girl, I want for you to save her within 2 weeks' time. And can you imagine? Yeah, she got saved within 2 weeks' time, and yeah, she gets saved and thing, and then we made the link, and 11 months after, we got married, and it has
Wow.
been 22 years now.
Divine destiny.
Yeah.
Look, Lord, what did you get married? Which month? What's your anniversary?
It's the 19th of April, 19th of April,
19th of
2003. That's how we got married.
Look at that. It's 3:30 on the Sound of Love 101, and you're probably wondering what's going on. I hear love stories. Well, I'm talking with Pastor Jason Samuda, and he's telling us a little bit about how he met his wife and that divine destiny. That's all I can say. Now,
Mhm.
Pastor, what does your motto to know him and make him known mean to you in practical terms?
All right, so I developed that motto little after I got saved. To know Him, meaning to learn about Him, to
Yes.
experience Him, and after I would have experienced Him, I now want to let people know about Him who I have experienced. And that is what my journey is about. Knowing Christ and experiencing that power that transformed my life. And I can share with people that if I was exposed to girls, guns, and ganja, and when I met this man Jesus, he would have transformed me. And I want to say to people that if he is able to do this for me, he can do the same for you as well.
Ah, love that. I love that. How do you stay spiritually nourished amidst your busy schedule and responsibilities?
One, daily devotion, that's every morning. And also during the course of the day, just some meditations, on the scriptures that would, help me. And through reading, I'm able to develop like, sermon materials and also materials, that would help persons on their journey as well.
I believe you mentioned earlier that you are bailiff.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so that's your 9 to 5.
No, a pass is my 95. So being
Oh,
a bailiff
oh,
is, yeah, because
right, because that's
yeah.
different.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
all
So
right,
being a pastor is really my full-time job.
all right. What do you believe is the most important quality for a pastor to have?
I think integrity.
Integrity.
Yeah, integrity. I believe people as a pastor, as you seek to serve, as you seek to lead, people are looking for persons of integrity.
Yes.
And once there's integrity, I think it would make, you as a pastor, people are able to relate to you, to confide in you, and to have relationship with you. And also, they will listen to you if you're a person of integrity.
That's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. What has been the most humbling moment in your pastoral journey?
One of my most humbling moments is when I was appointed as the youth pastor. The youth board actually, they came together, purchased some food, purchased a cake, and they surprised me. And what was on the cake was "We got you." So it was, for me, it was a humbling experience knowing that, you know, going on this journey, that people are committed to provide the support to make the journey easier. Very
Ah,
humbling experience. So,
nice, nice. And how do you define success in ministry?
all right, for me, success in ministry is when I can look at a young person who comes into the context and appear to be like somebody who is lost, and I can able to connect with that person. I can share a personal experience. Recently, there was this young adult who came into this space, and when I connect with her, met with her, and to just share with her, and she was able to make a decision to follow Jesus. And after she got baptized last month, and I sent her a text of congratulations, her response was that I thank you because you allowed the decision to be easy. So when
Mm.
I can look at how, somebody can come in the space And as a pastor, I can connect with them and they are able to make a decision to follow Jesus and commit to Him. And they are involved in the life of the church. I can sit down and be very proud of that individual.
Oh, love that. And you're always on time to church.
Yeah, we
And,
have two services here, 6:45 in the morning,
yes.
9 a.m. And for the most part, of the three pastors, I am here for the first. You know,
Wow.
so
That's
there's call to worship. That's
yes.
one of the pastors normally do it. And for the
Yes.
most part, I am scheduled, you know, for
Two.
right to do the call to worship because
Because you're always early. That's good. And how
yeah.
do you manage to be early? Because I hear that a little birdie just told me, her name is Erica. So a little birdie just said that you on the farm always dressed in the same colors. So how you manage to get wifey out and the
Yeah,
kids out and you're in the same color and on time to church?
yeah.
Tell me the secrets.
They understand the assignment. So what we
Yeah.
normally do is, for me, I prepare for the entire week.
Wow.
So we ensure that we prepare the colors. So if it's blue Sunday morning, everything take out and iron from Saturday. So when it's Sunday morning, it's just to get ready, get dressed, and to just leave out. So yeah, so that's how we actually plan.
You don't have to wake up your kids.
Yeah, man, you have to wake them up. So,
Oh,
I'm normally the early one, and I think it stems from my journey while I was growing up as a boy, because I had to get up early in the morning. I didn't tell you this part that I had to get up early in the morning, and my father really we used to sweep the streets, so we had to get up early in the morning, maybe like 4 o'clock, go sweep the streets every morning, and then come back and get ready and then go to school. We did that for years. So daddy will wake us up like 4 o'clock and then daddy come back like 4:30. You have to get up and you have to go. Daddy leaving you. And do not want to walk from Almontown all the way to, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Tamerton Drive.
yes, I am.
Yeah, so from Tamerton Drive all the way up to, past the National Stadium, go to the top of that road and see
Wow.
the entire road and then come back and walk. We walking, and then we had to come back down to Almontown, get yourself ready and then go to school. So the early morning thing, yeah, no matter what time I go to the bed, I can't sleep beyond 6 o'clock. Can't.
That is good.
Yeah.
That is very good. I'm the opposite, but that's good. Saints, here is the recipe. He just gave us a secret. Iron from the Sunday. Not the Sunday, I mean
Sat-
Saturday.
Saturday.
Or so you're ready. When you wake up, you bathe, you put your clothes, your cut gone. All
Yeah.
right? Erica says, boy, when I listen to you in a Pastor Samuda, I'm convinced you're older than what he's telling us. What? You're older than okay. I just said she loves how you're calm, mature, and purposeful.
Yeah.
All right. I see some comments on WhatsApp. Let me just quickly go. I have 1 minute. I'm actually out of time, but let me just take. I see Sister Ray saying this is for Pastor, so it's a voice note. I'm gonna go ahead and play it so you can hear it.
Yes, Pastor, good afternoon. Listening your story, very fascinated by your story, the inner city and all of that. But you're saying something now, some of us weren't bright. I had dyslexia, and going into nursing, I had to go to the library to study, to write out, to do all kind of everything on diabetes and sickle cell, history of nursing. You have to do all the function and all of that. I have to write out and thing. And now the age of people is no privilege where
Yeah.
you can Google everything. Them have no that kind of headache. Yeah, so you can print out and go get it print. But to God be the glory, love your story and keep on keeping on. God have a plan for your life and He's using you. To God be the glory.
Amen, amen, indeed. And I noticed that the pastors them can always sing and DJ because I know Pastor Sam Stevenson. Him love DJ.
Yeah.
So you can sing and DJ too?
No, he's the only pastor among the three of us that can sing. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a little bit different. No, as a foodie, can you cook?
Yes, yes. Actually, in fact, I am the one who does most of the cooking at home.
Okay, so you're a chef.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh.
That's all. Mommy and daddy ensure that, all our children, is able to wash, cook, and clean. As I remember, growing up, mommy ensure that we're able to wash, cook, and clean. And there was this one instance where, people in the community was like cussing mommy and say, you're growing the boys them like mama man, because in the inner city, boys washing, cooking, and cleaning. No, it's girls with them thing there.
Yeah.
But mommy went against what the norm was.
Yeah.
And can you imagine all of her boys then? Yeah, no females can take liberty away.
I love that. Now we're wrapping up. You can dance. You look like your dance, I know.
I'm a footballer.
So you can't bust 2 moves and them something there where you.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure business that.
Happy show business.
Yeah. So I stick to what I can do. I'll play football.
To the youths, them.
Yeah.
When he's doing youth, just call him out some can dance, please and thank you. Because everybody can dance, but then everybody a dancer, so you can't dance, right?
Well, for the youths, them sometimes I just,
You do all a good thing.
Yeah. Because of them.
All right, Bala. Okay, thank you so much for sharing your journey, Pastor Jason Samuda, right here on the Family Station Love 101. What's a song that keeps you rocking and dancing, and you can probably bust a little move too? A local song because it's local day.
Local song.
Then give you a little piece. Yes.
Yeah.
You don't find it yet.
No, I was going to go for Prodigal Son. Tell me if you're ready, because I'm ready, lad.
All right. Wait, which one? Tell me if you're ready, cause we're ready long
time. Please jump a check out that give us radical style.
Okay, all right.
If you're ready, cause you're ready long time.
Lord of mercy, thank you. Big up your fam, Marianne. First lady. I should say first lady, Marianne. And your kids, your children, because I don't know if they're adults. No.
One is 18, one is 12, and one is 9. One girl, 18 boys, 12 and 9.
Okay, all right. So I can say kids still. Nice. Thank you again, man of
Thanks
God.
for having me.
Blessings to you.
Take care.
All right.
God protect me no afraid for talking. Some things where you going too nasty. Yet still some people support it. Come to church and I try play boat. You ever turn on your TV lately? And I